Oh, hey. What's up? Glad you could come by, neighbor. Welcome. See? That's my neighborhood. Welcome to my neighborhood. Welcome to Crash Day. Welcome to the day YouTube crashed for like 12 minutes. $12 minutes of panic. 12 minutes of panic in the world. It's like, what? YouTube crashed? I was actually on when it crashed. Which I'm sure a lot of people were. And, well, I saw everybody heading to Twitter. I was for it too. Oh, what? No, man. That's funny. I saw the $2 before I even saw people on or the chat. I looked up and I'm like, $2? And there was nothing. And all of a sudden it popped up. And all of a sudden, like, 3 people popped up. Yeah. Adrian. Or Adam. What is the loneliest number? Yeah, better be careful. Don't want to crash YouTube. We don't want to crash YouTube. I don't want to get too many people on here. YouTube seems to be sensitive today. It's a little touchy. It's been overwhelmed for like 2 months, and today it finally went, I can't handle it. I need a 10-minute break. Tanner's? Which one was it? I watched one, I think I watched one yesterday or the day before. No, I don't think I saw that one. When was that up? Today? I didn't watch one today. I, no, I didn't watch today. I did talk to him about toning down his vibrance though. Today. Sounds like it. Falling in lakes are always fun. Oh, now I got the hiccups. Ugh. Falls in the lake twice. Nice. That's like any ice fishing. Sounds like fun. In and out and back in. No, Foods Today, I didn't see it. I didn't, I edited some. And then I was on Pusa Studios for a little bit. Guys, YouTube's crashing again. This time it's doing it when I'm outside. That is funny. No, I went on Pusa. I said I hadn't been there in quite a while. I don't know if you know, but Andrew from Pusa now, he was on one of my panels a long time ago. He actually came in one of my lives. I don't know why. And the funny thing is, I got into it with some, I don't know, I was saying, I'm like, saying stuff about YouTube and like the tags. Like the tags, aren't that important anymore. Like in studio, they like, you have to click on another option just to put in keywords. And they're all like, no, that's not true. I'm like, well, it seems like it. They say they don't really help in searches. Now I think it's more the 3 hashtags in the description and the title that draw. But yeah, and then some guy like kind of got into it with me. And I'm like, I don't know, I've been on YouTube 14 years. Like, I kind of know what trends are going on. He's like, I've been on since 2011. And I know a bunch. And then I tried to type in his name in the search and I couldn't find his channel. I'm like, I went back chat and went, dude, I can't find your channel. He's like, I'll find you. And I went, all right, because you type me in and I show up pretty quick. Yeah, he said he was on since 2011. I had to go to Social Blade. And I typed it in Social Blade and I found one with his name. And he was a member since 2018. He only had 3 videos. And I'm like, it's got to be him. That's the only channel on YouTube with that name. But he said 2011. He's been watching YouTube since 2011. I think watching and being a part of it are kind of 2 different things. I'm like, I meant I've had a channel since 2006, 14 years. Not, I've been watching YouTube for 14 years. It's like, yeah, I couldn't get him. Like I said, I couldn't even find him. Like, if you want to argue, yeah, I'm like, if you want to argue things about YouTube and things I've known and the whole history of it, like, I've been there because I've been a channel member. I haven't just been watching it. He's just like, he disappeared from the chat after that. Maybe he went to my channel and went, oh snap. He's got 1,400 videos and he's just got a channel in 2006. Hey, there's Tanner. YouTube is having difficulties today. I think last time I was on the porch, it didn't happen at all on Tuesday when I went inside. Well, yeah, especially when they're on somebody like Pusa Studios, who tries to say that they, know everything and playlists and keywords and all that, like everything you gotta do and things you gotta do and this and that. And you stalked me? You're turning into Iran tube, man. You're scaring me, Tanner. Stop that. Stop lurking. Lurking's not good. It leads to real stalking, and then it leads to jail time. And then, I'm sorry, I don't want to go into my past history with you guys. Oh shit! Did I just say that? I can't be. I know. And the funny thing was, it was kind of a funny thing because they do like the sorry one, the Virgo shit. Yeah. Um, yeah, but they had a guy on. I forget his name. He has 10,000 subscribers. They have 11.5, and they had 10,000 quite a while ago. So they haven't been growing that much since. But they're on there like looking at his channel and giving him all this advice. And I'm like, dude, he's got 10,000 subscribers. I think he's doing fine. Anchor trolley. Nice. I have no idea what that is, but sounds good. Sounds technical. Sounds expensive. Anchor trolley. Sounds damn good. Don't have no idea what it is, but you go, Tanner. Attach that anchor trolley. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. It's like, couple couple, you know, they're at 10,000, they're at 11,000, and they're like giving him all this advice. Well, I think he's doing pretty good on his own. They're like looking at his channel and saying things like, "Oh, you need to change this," or "I really think you should change that." I'm like, "The dude's doing fine. He's gonna pass you by." Pulley thing. See, he doesn't know either, Noah. He called it a pulley thing. Mr. Capitan is in the house. I'm glad you're in here, man. You're the one person that I think will understand because I got some more feedback from Teesprings. You're a businessman. You're gonna love this one. Uh, trolley. um, yeah, they sent back and they said, anyway, a sale is either direct or boosted. Those are the only two things that comes up. Boosted network. She goes, "Oh yeah, we researched yours, and we found out your sales actually did not come from. They did not come from the boosted network. They came from assisted sales, which is a little trickier. If somebody comes into my site, they take my URL into my site to like one shirt to look at it, right? And then they get in there and they see other products of mine. So they go around and they look at the other products, and then they go back and order the one that they came in under. Well, since they went in there and they didn't buy it directly and they looked around, she said that breaks the direct link. So if they go back in and buy it after that, or even back click on a page and go back to it, it's considered an assisted sale. And you only get $2, $4, or $6 from that sale, not your set profit. Like, what? So basically using the buttons that everybody does to make, their sales site. Yeah, or they're doing it because they make more profit every time somebody does that. And I told her that. I said, you have a flaw in your system. You need to fix it for your customers. And then she said at the end that they were going to try and remove me from all that stuff. The retracted, all that other stuff. Yeah, but my thought was, okay, so even my set, when I had my Center Coast Bass custom baits, the convenience of being able to, when you go in, like, and you might go, "Oh, I want a chatterbait," or whatever. You go in and you're like, "Oh, check it out, he has a bunch of others." And you start looking at other baits, and then the convenience is you can go back to the one. So that which is in every freaking site you go to, you can click back and forth in that. But that all of a sudden kicks it out and you don't get your profit. You only get a 2, 4, or 6. I'm like, you definitely need to fix that because that's bullshit. I'm all, and I said, that's a little odd that you called an assisted sale when the person that came into my site, yes, that's exactly what it is. If they decide to shop and go back and buy the original one. And I had the email, I'm saving everything, I'm keeping the paper trail. But yeah, I wrote back and I said, that's a little odd. Because if they came in from my direct link, from my website or my videos, that means it was direct from me. So they shopped around and then they go back to the original one and buy it. Instead of my profit, they change it to this very little $2, $4, $6. I'm like, how the hell did you assist? Because you have a website that's set up properly? And if somebody leaves it, they can still click back on without getting lost and having to try and find it? That's the way they're all set up. that doesn't that doesn't mean you helped get that sale just because you have your shopping site set up properly. But now she's saying that they're going to get me off all that. So I'm going to see on the next sale because by what they're saying now, all of my sales should be direct. But on the same side, I went, oh, wait a minute. You only have two options when it tells you where a sale came from. Yeah, but I'm like, wait a minute. You just told me in an email that you have another thing called assisted sale, which kicks you down to the 246 instead of the profit you set. Yet, um, yet you don't have an option. The only two options for how the sale was made was boosted network or direct. There is no little icon that says how the sale was made, assisted sale. So a lot of people be getting this stupid assisted sale when the person goes direct in their link, shops around and goes back, and all they see is boosted, so they think they helped them get the sale or it came from Amazon or Walmart or something. But no. They just went in and instead of buying it, they shopped around your site and they went back to it and bought it and they steal your profit. So I don't know, it better be fixed by my next sale because I'm gonna sick freaking captain on him after that. I said later. What, DRW? Why'd you say DRW? Yeah, and I told you I mentioned my lawyer getting involved in one of the transactions. So, oh, dual river wheel. Okay, I thought you meant GRW, the channel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Captain. Is the way I've been talking and going back to him. They're like, okay, this guy's like starting to get into some places that he's starting to find some things out or coming back at us that he kind of knows what we're doing. And if this gets out, it wouldn't be good. So, yeah, let's just make all his sales direct. So he doesn't start a lawsuit or something. Okay. Well, because we have DRW, who's the channel, and it's capital DRW. So I thought DRW was in here. Yeah, that's what I said. Is now they're going like the last two transactions. I sent two. She didn't get back to the other one, which was pretty poignant. She responded back on the second one where I told them they need to fix it, like Captain said, because they have a flaw in it and it's kicking things when they should be direct. Yeah, I'm hoping. He's out there. He just uploaded a show today. He gets back to me when I leave comments, but he hasn't been in here much. Yeah, that's what I. Oh, look, you see my mom in the background, closing the blinds. Yeah, that's what I said. I thought I had it fixed when I opted out of the network. That's why I waited so long for Tito and them to put up the design so they could order, because I thought I had it fixed. She's like, it's so stupid. She's like, it took us a lot of research, and we looked at your last sales, and they didn't come from the boosted network. Well, why does it say the sale came from boosted network? Oh, well, it's actually an assisted sale. It's a little more complicated. Hey, Wasabi. I'm like, that's not more complicated. That's more ways you're ripping people off. Tricky bastards. Oh, and the last thing I said is, I didn't think I'd have to be walking on eggshells. Walking on eggshells just to get a sale to be a direct order. Because this is like jumping through loops. I'm going to have to send people a 2-page PDF file just to tell them how to order so I get my full profit. Skunked it both. Yeah, stay on your lake, man. Where'd you go, Wasabi? Sorry, I was in the middle of discussing something. Did you go to the county side? But where'd you go? Did they open it up, or did you have to go to the county? The county side, yeah. That's where everybody's been going. I just don't like it over there because that's where my car got vandalized. Ever since my car got vandalized over there, I don't park over there anymore. Rick said to come out. I don't know, man. Well, probably now because more people park there, but I got vandalized over there. That's when they like threw the big rock and dented my door and my windshield, and I haven't been over there since. Didn't get home from my lake until 8:30. Yeah, that's usually mine. I'm usually out for 8 hours when I'm out. Usually fish for 6 or so, and travel time's about an hour each way. No, I'm not gonna go over there, Wasabi. I'm uploading a show tomorrow, and then I don't know after that. Oh, Backroads came in. Didn't even see you there. What, are you going back over there? There's not much place. Well, I guess you can walk all the way around to the point. If I do start, I'm gonna go to the pier more. I mean, it should by the end of the month. Wasabi, I think it should be open. Like the city side should be open by the end of the month. I'm thinking. And my birthday's on the 31st, so if it opens on the 1st, that's a birthday present to me. I can't go to Coyote Creek. No boots. I ain't got boots. I ain't getting wet again. I don't know. We didn't do so well last time we were there, so. I don't know what lake's doing really well. I have no idea. Where would you want to go? I don't know. People say Calero's hobby. There's only right by the launch to fish. Cause I have haters, Corn. Do I? Really? I'm 5-4. Yeah, Up for a little plane flight, Wasabi? 6 and 4. I'm only 5 on my side. 6 and 5. uh, I don't know. I was just at Anderson. Huh. Nice. Guess my friends have come in. Well, that's all right. Here's a funny one for you. The one I put up with Ash, it had 2 views when I first went back to it. Ever been to Uvis? Go to Uvis. I don't know. I got to upload in the morning. I still got to do my thumbnail too. I still got to create my thumbnail for that one. I got to shoot a picture for the first giveaway. There's something else. Yeah, it had 2 views and 1 dislike. And it only been 5 minutes and a 60-minute long video. I'm like, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's big ones in Calero. I hear. I've never fished it. I just recently saw a video of a guy that went down to Mexico, and man, talk about big fish throughout a whole video. Yeah, we just have to go a little bit later. I mean, it's lighter out later now, but I got the video done. But I gotta do the thumbnail yet. I gotta shoot. I need to shoot something for the thumbnail. Yeah, exactly. I always love it when you step in somewhere and you sink like 3 more feet into stinky, oily looking mud, and then you pull and it takes your boot off. I stripped down to go in, and I done got stuck. Those dislikes, bait the hook. Those dislikes must have been all the people that came in the beginning, because there were like 5 or 6 people that came in the beginning, and then it dropped back down to 2. So my fans must have come in and hit the dislikes. That's how I fish his corn. Hey, what is up? Amani? Where's JT? Where's JT? What? They fish naked. So do all the women in Florida for some reason. Yeah, I thought that was you. Is that really you, Amani? Wow. I was going to say, hey guys, Amani. One of my favorite people that used to work with me at Marshall's. Let's go to Cards Good. Yeah, she's smart enough to quit. She quit before I got fired. So Amani came in. Zeus comes in here once in a while. I heard he quit Marshall's. Yeah, internet's still acting funky, guys. Let's go to the Coast Guard. Yeah, I was actually online when it crashed today. That was weird. Yeah, everyone's been getting lazy. No, it crashed today. It crashed for everybody. It was down for like 12 minutes. It happened at 4:25, Corn, and took about 12 minutes. Everything was down. You went to everybody's site and it said no content. It's on there. YouTube admitted. They actually admitted that, yeah, they crashed for 12 minutes. No content. And it was on Twitter. I went to Twitter and it was so funny. Really? Updating or what? No, the whole thing just crashed. Yeah, every site you went to, it would show the header. And I went to a bunch of people's site when it happened. And every site, even my site, said, this viewer has no content. Yeah, all the videos were gone. I don't know. I went direct to Twitter, and there are already a bunch of people on there. 1 minute ago, YouTube's down for me. Is it down for everybody else? YouTube's down. Hey, YouTube's down here. Hey, is anybody else see YouTube down? Hey, is YouTube down? Hey, and then people kept putting up videos of people running, and they titled it "People Running to Twitter to See if YouTube is Down." Yeah, they went down at 4:25 Pacific Standard Time, and I think they came back online at like 7:40, 7:38, or 5:40. Yeah, it was about 12 minutes. They were done. I mean, it went to the site, but there were no videos. Everything was blank. Kept giving you the oops, something went wrong. And the live I was watching, it finally came up and said, video has been interrupted. And then I tried to go back to their site and it said, channel has no content. I'm like, well, I hope they fix that. I would hate to lose 1,400 videos. That's cool. Amani came in. She's a great gal. Love that girl. I used to see her because she'd come to Marshall's, but since I haven't worked there in a year and a half, I haven't seen her around. That was cool. She popped in here and said, hey. It crashed just like that. Yeah, no, you can look it up. Evidently, YouTube made a statement and said, yes, their site actually went down for 12 minutes today. That's the first time I've seen them go down in a while, but they've been overloaded lately. So I don't know if they said what it was that happened, but yeah. Yeah, if you weren't on YouTube for 12 minutes today, it's because YouTube wasn't there. It went bye-bye. It said, c'est la vie. We now have no videos on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what it was. The post showed up when I went to when I went to YouTube. All you got were posts. There was no video showing at all. Something happened with their, I don't know, something happened with their links to all the videos and all the lives. Everything just went blank. No Park Omer. I was worried because I'm like, I'm going live later. They better get this fixed. How long is it gonna take? But it was only like 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Uh, no, it wasn't. No, they weren't updating. It wasn't updating. Um, if they're updating, they tell you. I remember all that thing. If you went on a certain time of night, it said YouTube is uploading their servers at this time. No, it actually went down. I'm impressed. Starlink. I was impressed they got it back up in like 15 minutes. But yeah, it actually went down. What's up with some rock candy? That's the bait to use if you're going to the pier. Were you fishing now, Bonnie? SpaceX. Are you fishing now, Bonnie? Is that like your new thing? I don't see you as a fisherwoman. She knows the lingo, though. She knows Coast Guard Pier and she knows rock candy. Montrose rock candy. Yeah. Rock candy. Yeah. Rock candy. Good old power bait. What? What? Wasabi? What? Email me, because, yeah, I might go tomorrow. I need to go. I've only been fishing like once a week. I need to start hitting the links. I'm not a golfer. I need to start hitting the lakes. I do gotta get the spare off my car though. I'm still driving on my spare because I haven't been going anywhere. So I gotta get a tire for my normal rim. Are you retired? I kind of am. I'm kind of retired from fishing at the moment. If this keeps up, it's gonna actually kick me out of this live. It's gonna tell me I cannot go live anymore. I will drive my car. I was hoping you were offering to drive yours, because, yeah. Well, I mean, I could drive on my spare. It's a full-size spare, but... Yeah. Yeah, well, I haven't been going anywhere. Lag back now. Yeah, I said, well, I mean, YouTube crashed today, so... They've been having some issues since this whole Corona thing and the extra influx of people on it. You've seen it. Everybody's been saying they've been kicked out a lot, or issues with loading, and yeah, it finally crashed it today for 15 minutes. So I don't know. Still on the spare? Yeah, I'm still on the spare. See, if it would have been a little 55 donut, uh, that would have inspired me, Captain, to get the other one fixed. But it's full size spare, and I haven't been driving anywhere but to the store and back. So I said I'm gonna have to get it fixed when I actually drive, long drives, because I don't have a spare because I'm driving on it. I've gotten lazy. I have to put that other tire in my trunk and go to a used tire place and get a tire put on it. So then I can start traveling. But the lakes have been bad anyway. I know, but usually you're like all tilted because they're so small. This one's normal size, and it's a brand new tire. It never been used. Get some wear on it. It's a 15-inch, but it's got the bigger tire. So it's the same size as the 18 and the Low Pro. Same size as the Plus 3. And like I I said, I've only been driving to, I've only driven like 4 miles at a time. I mean, I'm sure it'd be fine to go drive to the lakes and that, but I don't want to drive without a spare just in case. Yeah, we're still shut down. Yeah, we're still shelter in place. We haven't opened yet. I think the last date was the 23rd of May. Might be until the 1st of June. But yeah, we're still the same. We haven't changed. State run fishing places. No, I can go anywhere I want to go fish. They're not stopping you. There's just, there's rules everywhere now. There's signs everywhere. Things you have to abide by in order to be there. Social distancing, no social gatherings. All right, Wasabi. Yeah, no, I said I've been going once a week. I mean, they opened Nasi again, and we just went up to Anderson. We went to, me and Tito have been going. It's just the funny thing is, now that we're on lockdown and shelter in place, the lakes are twice as busy. There's like, because nobody's working. So there's like 5 times as many people at all the lakes right now that probably wouldn't be there if it was normal. I said, last time at Uvis when we left, and there were 30 cars at the dam. I've been going there for 3 years. The most cars I've ever seen on a dam, even on a weekend, is like 7 or 8. And there were 30 cars at the lake, at the dam. And there were like 9 cars in the turnout we were in. Hamburger $6 a pound here. Food's going up. Everything's going up. Yeah, I don't know. I said I'm pretty sure we're going to be on it till the 1st of June in California. If there's no spikes anywhere, if things, if rates don't go up. Rate of infections don't go up, yeah. Yeah, but it seems normal. I mean, people are, well, you'll see some evidence of that in the video I'm putting up tomorrow. It's a little FIY side note on the video that's going up tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I mean, summertime. Yeah, we gotta remember that fall is the season for viruses. Free use tires at Marina Auto Repair, side of building. Really? Thanks, somebody. Is that where Zeus works? I know he works at an auto place. I'm a dude, Scott. What? Me too, dude. I thought you were Amani. You're not Amani? I'm a dude. Well, I thought you were Amani. Well, the Amani I know from Marshall's was a girl. What guy Amani was there? Sorry. It's the only Amani I knew, or thought I knew. It's Amani, right? This whole time. then I'd probably Amani. What? Okay, well, I thought you were another Amani. There were three Amanis there. Two of them were women. Maybe it used to be a she. Ken and C channel, what is up? Caden? Cadence. Cadence channel, what is up? Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's fish. Oh, you worked. Oh, so, well, you don't know anything about JT anyway, because, yeah, yeah. Well, you don't work there anymore, right? Well, nobody works there right now because they've been closed. All right. Well, you took a long time to tell me you're not the person I thought you were. I'm embarrassed now. Really? Sorry. Sorry, I'm a guy. When I saw Monty, I thought of a girl. Well, I'm not Scottisha right now, so. There were two. I, all right. I know. Oh my God. I must tell you, I was always secretly in love with you. So glad you came into one of my lives. Chris. Hey, Chris. What up? What up, old friend? That's funny. I just, I was this close to confessing my love to a guy, Chris. Unbeknownst to me. I know. That would have been a classic for sure. Yeah, that would have been. That would have been a classic. So, so evidently, this Amani does fish. Was it a bass? So, so Omani that's in here does fish. All right. And it's a guy that used to work the truck at Marshall's, not the girl that used to work the front. Or the other girl that used to work in the women's department. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah. I had that wrong, evidently. That's all it's played out on my life, like a lot of other things. So I guess I guess it's not really that embarrassing. I did come out of the closet on my life. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah. Now I've really done everything on my life, haven't I? Yeah, glad he corrected that before I made a horrible, horrible live confession. So what up, Chris? Wasabi just fished Pinot today, but he went to the county side. I guess that's where everybody's fishing. I know you can't put your boat in over there, but evidently people are fishing the county side quite a bit because it's not closed. Money. See, I still can't think of. I know visually if I If I saw him, I would know who he was. But I'm bad with names anyway. But yeah. Oh, wait. That's why I said it should open up like, I think, is it 23rd or the 1st? Tentative date? What the hell's up with this black and white? It's only burned on one side. I hate that. Uneven burning pieces of tobacco, I guess. Wow. All right. Um, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I am going to get this Teespring all settled though. CCB will. Yeah, I'm waiting to get the whole. I'm waiting to get the whole Teespring thing settled with, and then I'm going to start giving you guys some promo codes for discounts. Some for members and some for regular. But I said I want to make sure I got this whole. I thought I had it figured out, and then they freaking screwed me up to you know what again. So it's gonna it's gonna start happening. Oh, Captain, were there enough fish in that? Remember you super chatted me and you said you wanted to see a lot of fish in the next video. So were there enough fish in that video? It wasn't me, but there were a lot of big fish in that video. And yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It cost yeah, it cost Ash like 2,000, 2,500 each time. That was his third trip, but yeah. Oh, that's right, Will. Yeah. You should have said Mr. Hesh, and I would have got it. Will doesn't know, but if you said Mr. Hesh, that's what I know him as. Mr. Hesh. The guy that stole my name. He still shows up above me in YouTube searches. Hey, Joe's. Well, he offered. Yes, hello, funny. Yeah. Yeah, he offered. He begged me. He said he was gonna, cause he was. That was when he was still making good money, before he moved and did stuff. But yeah, he offered. He said he would pay if I went. Oh, Huracan. Got my Huracan, my Lamborghini of beers. Yeah, he actually offered. He's like, I'll pay for everything. Yeah, I know. He's like, come on, dude, I'll pay for the trip, and you just have to pay for everything else. And I went, nah, I don't know, I just don't have the time. I don't have the. Even then, I'm like, he's like, come on, man, let's go, let's do this. Jonathan Davis. I'm bad with names anyway, so I have to say maybe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but you're right though. It costs him. It's about 2,000 each time. 2,000 to 2,500 depends. I think this one was a 4 day trip. 4 or 5? I don't know. His first ones were 3 day trips. But this is a trip. The other trips he didn't catch nearly. I mean, I'm saying that right. He didn't catch big fish. He caught four, five, six, sevens, a couple eights and a nine the first two trips. This one, he just went nuts because he actually started fishing what the guides told him to fish because he kept wanting to figure it out on his own. So he started listening to them, and I'm like, well, I was listening to. I'm like, why are you going down there and you're not listening to them? It's their job. Throw a big jig. They want you to throw a big jig. Throw a big jig. They want you to throw a crankbait. Throw a crankbait. You're paying the money. You don't need to. You don't need to like fight against them. Just say okay. San Vincent Avenue, Atascadero. Atascadero. Jonathan Davis. Well, I shouldn't. I'm. Hey Tanner. I might know him. I was in the Atascadero area for 16 years. It's Darrow, not Dare. No, but I probably yeah. I said I'm bad with names. I'll admit it. I have to meet somebody like 10 times before I remember their name. Yeah, if he's from that area, I might know him. That's where I fished all the clubs, and that's where I started Central Coast Bass. So if he's from that area, I might know who he is. Wow, Amani's a man. Reminds me of, reminds me of Austin Powers. That's a man, baby. Austin, Austin, that's my mother. No, it's a man, baby. Sorry, humoring myself on the sidelines here. I still say that every time I see a cross gender. The first thing in my mind I say is, "It's a man, baby." Yeah, yeah. So the first two trips, yeah, he paid. Yeah, Suncoast Bass Fishing is. Yeah, yeah. He has a guide service. I don't know. Does Jonathan do his guiding now? Yeah, he paid. Yeah, he paid like 1,700. But the last trip was the longest. The one I just put up. So that must have been the what? Yeah, that was the 2,300 trip. Yeah, he has a guide service. Yeah, if you don't bring your own rods, but then you gotta think of yeah, bringing your own rods. You gotta ship them with you or pay for them on a plane. And I want to rent a rod. Yeah, but he actually left his rods there in a locker for 6 months from his first and second trip, and then the second trip he left all of his stuff there in a rod locker, and then that's why I went for the third trip because he still had all he had rods and everything down there in lockers, so he kind of had to go back to get them. twice. Yeah, he's like, he told me that he's on the phone. He's like, dude, I gotta go back to Bacharach. I'm like, you've already been there twice. He's like, yeah, I know, but I have all my rods down there. I'm like, what? He goes, oh yeah, I left a bunch of them down there. I'm like, well, that's an excuse to have to do a third trip. There you go. You got rods down there. You got to go back. You got to pick up your rods. You got to ship them with you. I know that's kind of a big thing when you travel. If you're a YouTuber and you travel, to have to pay extra for all your rods to take with you. That's why a lot of them just, put their reels and everything in their bag and that, and then they just buy rods when they're there. I want a Shimano spinning reel. I don't know. Have at it with that. I don't use spinning reels. So, have at it. Yeah, it's a good lake. I think it's one of the best lakes in Mexico. You saw it on in the thumbnail. You see it's El Salto Lake and Bacharach. They do both, and I guess they're like right near each other. But I think Bacharach has the biggest population. I have no idea what you're talking about, Tanner. Don't fish spinning reels. Not my shtick. Aerial footage. Big bait reels. Are they bait casters? Not now. You're making me think of Austin Powers again with the whole penis pump thing. Not my deal, baby. Not mine. Not my stick. I don't know where I went from spinning reels to penis pumps, but it's just the thought of, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't throw big baits either, so. He's left. Yeah. Well, evidently he was talking about bait casters. He was talking about big bait casters, but I don't know. I don't fish big baits, so I have no need for them. Big bass eat small baits. I never throw anything over half ounce. I think the biggest I go, maybe 3/4. Biggest I go is a super spook. I think that's the biggest heaviest bait I ever throw is the super spook. I think it's only 3/4 of an ounce. Most of my crankbaits I throw are like 1/4 ounce. I don't even think I throw half ounce um, crankbaits. I think all mine are like 1/4 ounce and 3/8. Oh, you just like the way it sounds, Tanner. Be honest. The only reason you like fishing is because it goes bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. You just like the sound of it. You're a, you're an aesthetics guy. It just sounds so cool. I just love that whizzing noise. It's the coolest reel. 6 ounce. I can't fish that. I don't know. Even in the ocean, I can't fish that heavy. I just can't have no feeling at all. Yeah, you're showing 6 ounce. What the hell is a 6 ounce weight? Is that ocean fishing? It's got to be ocean fishing. I don't think you're throwing. I was gonna say that's a different story. I see people that throw 2 and 3 and 4 or 5, 6 ounce in the ocean all the time. But every time I've gone to the ocean, it's 1 ounce. Yeah, yeah, I would. Well, I'm not a bait fisherman in the ocean, so. Real man came in. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I don't. I said when I go to the ocean, even with my swim baits, and I throw a 1/2 ounce. Muskie Lake, 10 ounce baits. Yeah, I can see it for muskie. I can see it for muskie in that. A lot of people throw it. Or if you throw the Alabama rig, a lot of the Alabama rigs are like 2, 3, 4 ounces with all your baits on there. Or, 2 and 3 ounce big ass jointed swim baits and stuff. Yeah, that's what I said. That's usually bait when you're going heavy. It's not heavy weights. It's actually that's the weight of the lure, Captain. Like those big swim baits and those big like surface poppers and that. Yeah, they weigh a lot. I don't know about 10 ounces, but a lot of them are like 2, 3, 4 ounces. They're because they're like freaking 10 and 12 inch wooden popper or solid plastic. A lot of times, what muskie fishing, they're deep. Huh. Most people I see do muskie are shallow. I don't know much about muskie fishing, but but you troll a lot, Tanner. So is that like a 10 ounce weight for trolling? If you're talking about trolling and like a down weight, downrigger type thing with your bait hooked to it that slides off when you get a fish, that's different. That's not casting it though, right? I'm talking about casting. Yeah, I know. I watch Natty Up North a lot. Natty Up North is a really good muskie fisherman. I see how this is. Captain's the second. Captain's the second Chris. It's like, What's with my loyals and them be eaters? They have to have their food. For boring trout. All right. I've seen you troll in a couple of your videos for bass. With what? With red nail polish in the bottom of the skirt. Or walk the dog. What the hell is a muskie? I mean, you can't fish finesse in deep water. Patience, my boy. Patience. Right there with you, Captain. Can't keep my can't keep my belly without the beer. No, I fish finesse. I fish finesse stuff down like 1/8 ounce and that down to like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet. That's the best way to catch them down there because they're not used to finesse. If we even caught one on a drop shot. Dude, you're like me. I gave up on, I mean, I didn't fish drop trout for 30 years of my fishing career, but patience, yeah. Yeah, no, offshore, deep finesse, catch a hell of a lot of fish that way. It just takes patience. You know, I'm patient. I'll sit at El Estero and cast 5 times in 2 hours, even if I don't get a bite. Yeah, I've caught a few. I used to catch them at Pino, the flying lure. Yeah, the flying lure is actually, yeah. I've never used it, but no, I used to troll. I would sit at places with my beer at Pino, and then when I moved places, I would throw out like an underspin or a crankbait, and I would just troll the next spot. Yeah, trolling's not. I mean, I don't know. Bought a spider. You changing the subject, Tanner? He's, he's like, I'll just throw in. I bought a spider today. Like the car or the insect? Well, actually, spiders aren't insects. Ah, isn't that worm hornet? What? Oh yeah. What was that one? I remember that one. I'm still hooked up. I don't- Boat run to the store for donuts. I like that. No, yeah, I remember that. It was called the helicopter lure, wasn't it? It was like plastic, but it had the 2 pieces, and it like spun on the way down. Wasn't it called the helicopter lure? Flying lure reminded me. Oh, yeah, I think it was called the helicopter lure. I remember those. I remember the infomercials. That's right around time of the banjo minnow. Remember the banjo minnow? And you already mentioned the flying lure. Uh, no, no, it was in the back. It was like soft plastic, and it had two things on the back, and it fell. The propeller was in the back. Yeah, yeah. That was the time of the flying lure and the banjo minnow, and they started coming out with the ones with the blinking lights in them. No, this one was in the back. I think it was all soft plastic, wasn't it? It was a harder soft plastic in the back, but yeah, no, it was like that long in the front. It had two blades on the top, and it helicoptered on the way down. That's why it was called a helicopter. It looked like a helicopter in the water. Man, that's a hornet. Worm hornet. Okay. Never heard of the worm hornet. I have heard of the rest. Saturday ads on TV. Exactly. When Bill Dance was on, and Roland Martin, and Hank Parker, and Shaw Grigsby, and yeah. Wasn't it like the Saturday night ESPN lineup or something? Murder Hornet. I didn't know it had a name. Had a name. Don't have to use homemade ones. I don't know. Fishing's. I don't know. I never got caught into that whole lure hype. Big baits, bigger fish. Not really. Yeah, there's nothing new in bass fishing. I think the Alabama rig was the newest, but it wasn't even new. It was what striper fishermen and other people used. It just got introduced to bass fishing. The Alabama rig wasn't a new rig. It was just new to bass fishing. Yeah, there you go. I'm not on a panel. Don't do that, Captain. If I was on a panel, do that. Yeah, I said, yeah, what's old is new. I think he did that tips and tricks on that. I think he did what's old is new. Swim baits, the sassy shad. Do you guys remember the sassy shad? I don't know if you guys remember the sassy shad. That actually came out in the 80s. And that was like the very first sort of shad with a paddle tail. Shad with a paddle tail. And it was like deep. But the tail never even, it was so stiff the tail never wiggled. We had a sassy shad. That was one of the first swim bait style paddle tail swim baits. Well, you guys don't remember the sassy shad? Wow. Somewhere in my possession, I might still have a bag of them. And it was in the late 80s. But it was like deep. I mean, it looked like a shad. It had the top and it had the deep belly and then a little paddle. But the paddle, it was such stiff of a plastic in that it didn't. I don't know, unless you reeled it really fast, the paddle didn't even move. But yeah, that was late 80s. The sassy shad. Pulled up in the morning. Yeah, that was actually one of the first things. Late 80s. I forget who made it. I think it was Mr. Twister. I think Mr. Twister might have made the sassy shad. Yeah, it's just the plastic wasn't soft enough. The tail didn't do anything unless you moved it really fast. If you tried slow rolling out, the tail wouldn't even move. And I said it was deep. It was like a shad. It had the same shad. It came way down and then back up to the tail. And yeah, I think it was Mr. Twister. Mojo catfishing. Mr. Yeah, yeah. I had some. I remember it was a green package. It was in a plastic bag. It was a green package. But it was like the basically the prototype for Kitech and all the other swim baits that are out now. It was the first one that was sort of a swim bait. And yeah, it never worked. I tried them. I don't think I ever caught a fish on them. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if I ever did. I don't know if I ever produced that tips and tricks. I know I still have it written down and scripted. But yeah, it was gonna be called "What's Old is New Again." Uh, Nothing's new in the bass fishing world. And one of my references was going to be the sassy shad. Noodling. I have no desire to I don't know, no desire to put my arm into a hole and try to gut a catfish. This doesn't seem entertaining to me. Not at all. I'd rather catch them on a hook and line. That'd be my best way to catch big ass catfish. Would be on a hook and line. Uh oh. Allergies. Um, yeah, just pick up later. Do you? I don't know. I know you stick your hand in a hole. Who the hell's giving me an update? I don't care about friggin' TikTok. Uh oh. Uh oh. Allergies. Use my joke then. Toss it in and pick it up the next day. Yeah, that was an update from TikTok. Somebody named Carmen. I don't know. Man, something's got me going now. Rona going around. Nope. New things are blooming here. Oh. Wow. Made a turtle and one snake. Wow. I haven't had 4 sneezes in a row in a while. What the hell's up my nose? I got the virus. I'm out, Rona. Yeah. You can get it. You can get it through the computer. I know it. Ah. I don't know. It's nighttime. It's been warm, so more things are blooming at night now. You have nighttime blooms and daytime blooms and whatever's around here. I mean, you've seen my yard. It's like there's 10 million freaking flowers in my front yard. So, um, I don't know which one it is. I have, yeah, it's, I don't even go anywhere and I sneeze because my stepdad has a garden. There's a million flowers and a million bees everywhere. I gotta bring back I gotta bring back the slider rig and the split shot rig. Those are two rigs I need to bring back. Split shot rig kind of got some. Yeah, that's one of the problems. Slime grass, snot grass. Yep. Paradise. Yeah, no, slider rig was. It's kind of like a Ned, but it had like this arrow shaped flat jig head on the front of it, and the guy put a little like 3-inch ringworm on it, and he just slowly moved it along the bottom. Kind of what the net has become now. I mean, a split shot rig is just a little split shot, and then it's like a Carolina rig, but you do a split shot and you do a little like 4-inch robo worm or 6-inch robo worm. Donuts, check. Yeah, and yeah, you just throw it out and kind of let it drift. Just kind of pull it along. It's kind of like basically like a lightweight Carolina rig, but a lot of times you're doing it out in deeper water when they're suspended. So that's a wait what? Wow, you have 6 dislikes. What did I miss? No, I had 6 dislikes in the first 10 minutes of the live. Yeah, go to toads instead of hollow body frogs. Less people throw them, and yeah. Remember, she's pregnant, guys. Don't give her any food ideas. Oh, I'm thinking about, yeah, really soft glazed donuts. The ones that just like melt in your mouth. You're just like, or the French curl, the rippled ones with that different dough, just glazed. Oh, yeah, I know. Custard filling. Oh yeah, yeah. The long ones. Yeah, glazed with the custard filling. Eclairs. Yeah. French curls. Yeah, French curls. Yeah, the spiraled one is. It's almost sort of a croissant sort of dough. Oh yeah, those are the best. Or one of my favorite, an apple fritter. Oh, because I don't do chocolate anymore. But oh, apple fritters. Oh yeah, yeah. That's kind of a dense dough, and yeah. No, we want like Dunkin' Donuts. We want custom, really good donuts, Captain. Those things are like stiff. Oh, they're almost like a wheat donut. Yeah, the French curls. Those are great. Disappointing. I know. Yeah, those are the ones that are like. Yeah, they're like. Yeah, they're kind of stiff. They usually serve almost a wheat donut. No, we're talking like real donuts. Uh, Dunkin' Donuts. What was it? The other one? Creamy something. You think it's good ones? Yeah. Yeah. Donut circus donuts. Yeah, you have to have the soft, like squishy ones. Krispy Kreme. That's the one I was thinking of. Had a guy at Marshall's that knew a guy at Krispy Kreme. Yeah, and he knew the guy, so he would bring like a whole thing of them every morning because he'd like I don't know if he got them for free or what, but yeah. But apple fritters are really good. And I found that most people didn't like the apple fritter. I mean, apple fritters are dense. They're made well, but they have all the apples in them. And I usually don't like cooked apples, but in an apple fritter, oh, and they're so thick and dense. I mean, you pick up an apple fritter, and that thing weighs like 10 pounds. It's like, and I would only be able to eat like half of them at a time. But yeah, it's like this. I like the lightweight, like the French girl, and just the straight squishy glazed donut. But yeah, the apple fritter is like it's like the dense, hardcore donut pastry. They said it weighs like 10 pounds. It's like if you had only had donuts and you had to throw something at somebody and you wanted to hurt them, go for the apple fritter because that thing would hurt if you hit somebody with it. It's got some weight behind it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the meal of donuts. Yeah, he said fruitcake. I think of it as the meal of donuts. Like if you got stranded and you were stuck in the woods for 10 days, 12 days, and all you had was like a 15 box of apple fritters, you'd be fine. You'd be like, they'd come to rescue you and be like, oh, you guys are here. Great. Great. Give me a sec. I got to finish this apple fritter and thanks for saving me, by the way. I'm glad you're here because I only have two apple fritters left. Yeah, you could last for a whole month on 10 apple fritters and you'll be fine. Apple a day. Benny Bass Fishing, how's it going? Welcome to the mukbang. Evidently, we're on Donut Talk. What's your favorite donut, Benny Bass Fishing? It's Donut Talk with Scott, yeah. And surviving on apple fritters for days on end, stranded in the wilderness. You suddenly don't care. I don't eat donuts. According to the bag. Yeah, yeah, it's the number one fast food grab a bag in a convenience store donut. Oh, Tia's heading to work. Yeah, yeah, it's the number one Number one worst donut. I like fritters, I guess. There you go. I said that's the meal of donuts. It's the apple fritter. It's yeah. Basically, you have the McDonald's of donuts. The number one fast food convenience donut in the world. Hostess minis. They're they're thick. They're really dense when you eat them, but they're number one for people that don't know what a real fucking donut tastes like. Yeah, I don't know. Are they healthier for you? No, they're just, yeah, they're processed, they're dry. I mean, if you're gonna do a donut, shut the fuck up. Well, see, you set us up for this, Captain. We all had imagined what you were gonna go and get. We were thinking Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, like quality, hardcore aficionados of donuts, and you went and got Hostess in a bag. You let us all down. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we all have our tastes. I know. You got our minds going with like dreaming of just the perfect donut, and you throw in Hostess. It was just a real chat disappointment. That's like saying I'm really in the mood for a really good burger, and then we all start talking about all these great burger places, and everything else, and you're like, "All right, guys, I'm here. I got a quarter pounder at McDonald's." We're all like, "What?" All right, Tanner, you got okay. You got some imaginary guy in a stalking you in a mobile home. Quit trying to change the subject. We're talking donuts. We're talking food. We don't need to hear about some stuffing. I know. he just he just told me that he was stalking me in my lives, and now he's talking about somebody that's stalking him. I know. Who is this weird kid watching me? I know. Pizza. Mm. Exactly. Let's get back to food. Not really, because I'm kind of hungry. I don't want to talk about food. We already had a good donut conversation. How about that YouTube crash? Crazy, huh? I can't believe most people don't even know it crashed today. Of course, it was only for like 12 minutes, but it made its rounds. Yeah. Quit making something out of nothing, Tanner. Maybe your neighbors have visitors and the guy's in a van or in a mobile home. You're being the creeper, not him. But but on a serious note, Penny Vesters. On a serious note, Tanner, can you tow down your GoPro? But on a serious note, Tanner, can you tone down your freaking GoPro? I'm just looking out for you, man. The reds are way too high. Yeah, there you go. Or go grab the cookie dough in the fridge. I know he likes it that way, but it's too. I mean, it's way. Do you agree, Captain, or not? It's just it's way red. The reds are like way high. Cookie dough. I guess on cookie dough. I'm sure everybody else is eating that Pillsbury log. you, you, you never actually put them in the oven. You just open that thing up and start eating it. Yeah, go to saturate and go down, buddy. It doesn't bother you? I don't know. I'm too anal about video. It's just it's just yeah, it's just yeah, it's way oversaturated with the reds. Your fingers look like I don't know, they look like a red Sharpie all the time. Like you took a red Sharpie and just did this to all your hand. And everything's just glowing bright red. Yeah, I know. You would still get the greens and everything. You just got to tone down the reds. It's just overly saturated in the reds. You can have the same effect. My GoPro and all that. The greens are very vivid and everything else, but the reds are muted as well. But yours just seems to very pick. I mean, the red is just overly done. I'm just saying to look. I know that's what I thought too. Because the first videos I saw him when he was ice fishing, and I'm like, wow, he must be really cold, because his fingers and all that are like so red. And even the intro he did for me when it was cold, he was just like his face was so red. And then I kind of realized after watching more of his videos that no, it's the camera setting that's yeah, the greens are bright and everything else, but it's yeah, the reds are just oversaturated. Yeah, it was cold, but I know you weren't that red because it's oversaturating the reds. Yeah, you can go in, you can actually go and adjust, and you can go to saturation, and it has cyan, magenta, reds, all the colors, and you can leave everything else very vibrant, and you can just tone down the reds. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's an artificial red. It's it's not the way fingers get red. They aren't that red. It's freaking like Rudolph's nose. Yeah, yeah, you can adjust that. You can adjust it in the camera. There's a lot of settings in a GoPro for vivid, not so vivid, cinema, all that other stuff. You can adjust that because it's just I've been doing photography and video for like 20 years, and yeah, I pick it out right away. That it's there's some sort of whatever's in that camera you have, whatever setting you have, it's just hella saturating reds. No, I haven't seen that one. They were talking about that. Why sure knows red then. But I'm more red in this camera because this camera does the same thing. It picks up a lot of reds. But I'm not like a Rudolph glowing iridescent freaking red on my face. I have red. But see, if I put my hand like this on his video, my red, I would be like 5 times redder and it would be like glowing around the edges. Is that the one where you fall in? I never saw you fall in. Somebody said it was the one you upload today. I watched one a couple days ago. I just wanted to comment on the redness. I'm trying to help you with your visuals of your video. I'm like, dude, you got a Hero 8. You have like the best technology out there that you're filming on, and it doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't think I commented on the one before that. GoPro Studio. Average view duration 7 minutes. That's good. That's good. I average that like 7 to 8. Benny Hill editor. No, I'm telling you, dude. I know video, and it's way oversaturated in reds. I don't know if it's in your conversion. Yeah, I don't know if it's in your conversion because you told me you have an AVI file and you have an MPEG-4 file, and I don't know. You're saying things to me that I don't see on GoPros. No, I don't know. He said on you. I mean, Captain's been in here. I know, and he's like, I like it. What if really? The MPEG-4 is really plain, but the AVI is way real. Wait, what? Yeah, if Ray Charles left a comment saying the reds are too high, you got an issue, Tanner. I'm telling you, it's got to be the settings because I watch a lot of videos of people that are fishermen that use the the GoPro 8, and their videos are not that highly saturated in the reds. They're vibrant and they're more cartoony because everything's brighter than it should be in real life, but they're not that red. I mean, you gotta remember the vivid. I mean, me and my eyes right now, when I look out, things are green, but things are normally green, not oversaturated. Vivid oversaturates everything. It makes it look cold. There's a difference. There's a difference in video editing called cold and warm, and film like 16 millimeter film and everything that movies are made with give it a warm look. I don't know, all of his recent ones I've seen are all over red. Well, obviously you don't do vivid. I don't know. I don't know. It's cold and warm. I do fish colors. Fish aren't red. Those fish are green. Oversaturate your greens. Cut back on the reds, my boy. Um, no, I don't think so. I don't walk around life, Tanner, looking at everything and going, why are my eyes seeing so many things that are so red right now? And I watch your videos on the same phone and the same everything. Even this phone that's high in reds. And it's just very red. No, it's not that. I don't walk around life and see everything red. No, no. You can play with me all you want, Tanner, but I've been doing videos since 1986. I think I have a few years of video and all of that stuff under my belt. Really? Well, there you go, Captain. Maybe maybe in that one he used the MPEG 4, and all the rest of them he's been using the AVI. Oh, it is over red? Oh, I don't know. All right, P break. You guys discuss this with Tanner. I'll be right back. Hey, Tito's in the house. No, I'm not. Hey, Tito. I was supposed to say Tanner. No, I'm not. I'm not. I like your content. I like where you're going. I'm the. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you. That's all I'm saying. I just think it's. I just think it's too red. I think it needs to. It just looks overly red. That's all I'm saying. The quality's great and everything else. It's just the colors are off. That's all there is. That's the only thing I have an issue with is the colors. Tone it down or use the MPEG 4. Fishing with pink Tanner. Tanner the Red. Yeah, I don't know. I said I have all the same. I have the cameras. I have the Vivid. I have all the settings. Uh, yeah, I just I. That's my only issue with your videos is. Oh, Wasabi's back. Yeah, just change it up. Just make it look more normal. Yeah, I said it's well, it's yeah. Overly vivid is considered cold. Overly vivid, unless it's intended within something, but that was one of the issues with video when they went to digital was it didn't have that same sort of with the movies with a little bit of grain and stuff. They gave it a warmth. Everything was too crisp and too clear, and the colors were too perfect. That's what I say when I'm saying it's cold. But yours are they're cold, but they're oversaturated in the reds. Yes, the grass in the background and the water, everything pops and it's very vivid and very green. And then, yeah, and then like, it's kind of like, okay, here's a way to describe it to you. If you ever seen Schindler's List, remember the whole video was in black and white, except for that one scene with that girl with the red dress. And it was a bright, overly saturated red dress as she walked through the scene, and everything else was black and white. Yeah, it does. It's just the reds. I'm just doing this because I'm trying to help you out. I mean, it just needs to be balanced. That's all. I know there's got to be a setting and there's something you're using that's oversaturating the reds. You can do it in a filter, but you don't like to use filters. So, but you're using a Hero 8. Jason, what is up? You're using a Hero 8. It's like the most high tech Hero camera ever made. So I don't see it having these issues with color balance. It's basically having color balance issues. Maybe it's a faulty Hero 8. Who knows? But the chip should not do that. I'm doing all right. We're just having a, we're helping the kid out. Yeah, maybe he got embarrassed. He's like, ah, shit. Ah, shit. I think I revealed too much. I'm out. I told him about being naked, waist deep in mud. rechargeable batteries. Sleeves for the rods? I don't use them. Wait, I seen a picture of a big vest in your channel. Yeah, that's my friend Ash. That was my friend Ash. He's been in a lot of my videos, but that was his solo trip to Lake Backrack. I'm personally not in the video, but I set him up with the GoPro and yeah, all the batteries, and because he wanted to film it for me so I could put it on my channel. That's basically where this came about. That was his third trip. I've already uploaded the other two videos. You know, he's not a video guy. He doesn't understand it, but yeah, it was an 11. Oh, it was a 1010, I think. That was a 1010. He got 1011 in it, but the shot of the 1011 was really dark. It's in the video, but that was actually a 1010 bass. Yeah, I never put sleeves on mine. Yeah, I said he knocked it out of the park with that. Heard the shout out. Yeah, at the end when he tells him, my amigo, Scott Kawa. Just watch the video. Yep, he is red. I told you. I'm not freaking out, Tanner. It's not just my eyes. It's not my eyes. Everybody sees him as sees it as very red. Trust me, Tanner. I had that issue because I used to upload mine at a crappier quality, and everybody kept saying, "Upgrade your camera, upgrade your camera, upgrade your camera." And it wasn't my camera. It was just I was uploading. I was rendering at 3,000, 3 megabytes a second when I should have been rendering at 5 megabytes a second to up the quality and not get the pixelation. So yeah, I denied it. I denied it, but I went. They're right. I need to up my quality, take a little more time uploading because it's a bigger file, but I need to up it to the quality in the megabytes per seconds that YouTube wants for conversion. I heard that forever. I heard that for years back in like 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. I'm using the same cameras. Uh, why is I have no idea. I don't know anything about the Hero 8. I don't know why it's filming in AVI. All the rest of them filmed in just MPEG 4. You ready to go fishing? Go, man. I'm ready to start getting going again. I'm taking it off. So is it actually the footage? Is it the footage itself, Tanner? Or is the footage changing when you put it in the editing software? It should, yeah. All GoPros film in MPEG 4. I don't know where the hell you're getting an AVI file. That's where I'm really confused. That you keep saying it's an AVI file, and I'm like, it should be an MPEG 4. Why does it? It should not convert. That's where the issue is. It's in the conversion. Yeah, but Benny, do you have it converted to AVI? I don't know. AVI doesn't. I don't know. It's a bigger file. It's probably an MJPEG format too. It's not a raw AVI. It's compressed. It's going to be a compressed AVI, and most compressed AVIs are going to be in the MJPEG format. Yeah, I don't know where. I have no idea where Tanner keeps getting this AVI file. AVI is not the compressed format. MJPEG is not the best AVI format. I mean, it's the best compressed, but MPEG 4 is way better at it than an AVI file. I don't know what he's pulling it into. That's converting it to an AVI. But why? But Tanner, you're filming an MPEG 4. It should stay MPEG 4. There is absolutely no reason MPEG 4 should be converted to an AVI. You're best taking MPEG 4 and editing it in MPEG 4. You don't have. It should not change it to an AVI. Your best quality and best everything is going to be keeping it in the same format it was recorded in. So it converting it to an AVI just is it's changing format. See, Benny doesn't get an AVI option. Are you guys using the same thing? You said you're using the GoPro editing system. Is that what you guys keep saying? I use GoPro Studio and it's fine for me. So you're both using it's an advanced setting. Well, all right, Jason. Well, then why do you have that set? Go MPEG 4 to MPEG 4. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Tanner. Uh, Everything, MPEG 4 is like the standard now. So AVI is such an old format. Even with the MJPEG in it, it's just an old format. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I said when he pulled out AVI, like most people don't even know what AVI is, and they never heard of AVI because it's the original raw, uncompressed format. Yeah, it's an old format. It's an old format. It's good for raw, like uncompressed, huge files. The actual rawest digital video you could ever produce is an AVI. But I know it's not converting it to RAW. It's got to be converting it to an MJPEG, and it's not converting the color tones with it. It's changing. It's changing the color spectrum to its own ratings, and it's taking it from the MPEG 4 to the AVI, and it's oversaturating the reds as it's doing it. It's the only way I can think it's happening. is that it's in the conversion from the MPEG-4 to the AVI. I mean, I'm only thinking about, I mean, I spent like 20 years on the computer and learning codecs and adjustments and everything else. Yeah, well, yeah, H.264. That's, yeah. Just leave it on that. Just don't convert it. Just don't go, why, I don't know why you're converting one format to another. That's like the worst thing to do in video. The best thing to do in video is, well, then you have the MPEG-4 settings wrong, because MPEG-4 settings should be just as clear or even better than the AVI settings. And a lot smaller file. I know, but I said we're all confused because GoPros don't film in AVI. That's, they do not capture in AVI. Does yours, Benny? I, I have an old Canon still video camera that shoots in video, and it shoots in the old school AVI MJPEG. But that's an old format. I mean, that's one of the original AVIs even before MPEG 2, which is what all your DVDs are on. Yeah, I know, but that's what I don't understand. Why is it converting it? I mean, I understand because it's feeding it as MPEG-4, and instead of keeping it original, it's it's turning it, or it's your out settings. Yeah, I know, and that's why I said it. AVI. The only way there's actually, I mean, I could go into my Vegas and show you all the compression settings for under an AVI. But the smallest and the best is MJPEG. Just like your JPEG photos. It's an MJPEG codec that's within AVI. But why? Why are you converting it? Why even converting it? Why can't you take the raw footage from your GoPro and just put it into your editing software as the original footage from the GoPro? I'm really confused as to the conversion thing. Why is it converting it? It doesn't need to convert it. You can take the MPEG-4 and put it in editing software and use it as the raw MPEG-4 that you got for your camera. You should not have to. Well, get rid of the fucking app then. I can take mine. I take mine and I take it straight and I just slide it over. There is no conversion. There's no nothing. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you, Tanner. I'm going to show you something coming. Well, then you got an issue, man. I'm going to show you. Well, I'm going to show you the footage that I got from Ash, from his GoPro. And yeah, that just doesn't seem right, dude. Let me see. Let me see. Let me open this. I don't even think I have my Vegas open, but I don't. I gotta turn on the light. Here we go. Alright, I'm back inside. It's probably gonna blink the hell out of me. But here we go. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna open my movie studio for you. Let me turn this down so it'll be clear to see. Alright. I'm opening up my movie studio. Let me do this for you. Let me show you the whole process here, Tanner. This is how I did it. This is how I do it. Why is this thing still so bright? Okay, here we go. This is a chip. This is a chip from the War for the Road. It's the editing app. No, but see, this is a chip. This is a chip that he sent me. This is from his, I don't know if it's a GoPro, I don't know if it's Hero 5, Hero 6, whatever. But, see, it recognized it. Now, I just go in here, right here. Okay. This is, somebody said something, what? Micro SD. Yeah, right here, SD card. DM. GoPro. I know you guys can't see it, it's low as it can go, but anyway, that's GoPro. In here I have all the GoPro files that are MPEG-4 video that are in here. I know you can't see, it's very washed out, but I opened up Vegas. This is the folder. I click on it. Whoops. That didn't work. Okay. So I grab it. I slide it down here into my video. I unclick it. And yeah. Now it's in my editing software. And I hit play. I said because I don't have a thing it's going to play sketchy, but that's the video. That's the raw MPEG-4 from the GoPro that's now in my software. No conversion. Didn't have to take it to AVI. Didn't do anything. It's. I just click that. It's in my software. It's in the original 4K format, original color, everything. No conversion. Well, that's what you need to do with them then. That's what you need to do with them then. Yeah, it has 2 files. It actually has 3. There's the original. You can't see it, it's washed out. Right before that is the THM file, and then right before that is an LRV file. That's below that. But yeah, I don't. That's what I said. I pull it down, put it in, and edit it. I don't convert it to anything. I don't convert it to AVI or anything like that. I mean, it's just simple, straight, and you can see it's very. Whoops. I mean, I have it toned down, but yeah, but I mean, it's very vivid. It's very nice. I could add stuff to it if I wanted. I could oversaturate it. I mean, it's very easy. I go in here to, where is it? I can go in here to saturation adjust, and I can put something like this in it. And well, once it comes up, and yeah, I could oversaturate it if I wanted. I could take it like that. That actually is like a lot more reds in it. See how the green goes. See how bright it gets. From that to that, and then way up to here, the greens are much more vibrant, but the reds are also very vibrant. I mean, I can take it up even more. But even with this raw file, it it does not look as red as yours. So I don't know. I could actually let's see. I don't need to convert anything, but I could do make movie. Okay, guys. You're out, Captain. Am I getting to uh do I even have an AVI setting in here? Oh, I have the I do have vid or the archive AVCHD, which is basically an AVI file. I could go to that, but I really don't see any reason to do it. To convert it to something different. No. Do not save. Do not save. Don't need to do that.
First of all, they're so mean. You could move back. What? Quit my job?
So, yeah. But Benny, do you import it on step 1 or step 2? I understand that. I don't know what you. I'm really confused on your converting. I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I missed. That's pretty much what I do with mine too. Weird conversions. Exactly. All right, Captain went out. He had his donuts. He's sleepy. But do you import it on step 1 or step 2? Yes, he did, didn't he? I missed it. He said, tone down your camera. Just the first. I automatically uploads when I connect. You mean I haven't. Then you have to convert it to get to step 2. How do you have to convert it? Then you have to convert it to get to step 2. I don't get that. You just said you could do it the way I do. I don't understand conversion, Tanner. That's what's confusing me. I just showed you what I did, and you said you could do it the same way. So why are you saying step 2 is conversion? Um, so what are the 3 steps? Tell me the 3 steps, Tanner, and I think I'll understand. I think I understand what you're saying right now, but step 1 is putting it in there. What's step 2? When do you edit? When do you edit between step 1, step 2, and step 3? That's what I want to know. Step 1, you put it in, then you edit. Then you get to step 2, which is editing part. So you're putting it as an MPEG-4. And then step 2 is converting it to an AVI. And then you get to edit it. And then step 3 is rendering it. You say exporting, but rendering it. So I think you have an issue between step 1 and step 2. Yeah, see, I don't render mine and upload them. I render them to my hard drive, and then I upload that file to YouTube. I don't use an app that renders it and sends it direct to YouTube. I render it to my hard drive, watch it, look at the quality and everything, and then I take that file and upload to YouTube. My editing computers are offline. It says view and trim. You said 1 is just importing into software. Then to get to step 2, which is the editing part. Step 3 is exporting. Yeah, I'm out. All right, Big Doug. Yeah, I just don't. I have no idea why. I don't know. I'm completely confused that it's turning it to an AVI. There's something in there that's something in the settings. Maybe you said like the advanced settings. Something that's I don't know. So when you okay, so the file you're uploading to. So is the file you're uploading to YouTube an AVI or an MPEG-4? What is the file that you're clicking on to upload to YouTube? I know, but is the file you're uploading to YouTube, it's an AVI file? Not an MPEG-4 file. This might help with me trying to figure it out. It's rendering it as an AVI. That makes no sense. If it's coming in as an MPEG-4 and it's going out as an MPEG-4, where the hell's the AVI coming in? Is it going to the AVI color profile? Because you can have different settings for color profiles. Yeah, that's where your problem's coming from. It should come in as an MPEG-4, stay as an MPEG-4, and go out as an MPEG-4. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense, though. That's in your settings when you're importing it into the software. Uh, and that's probably taking a longer step. And before it gets referred to AVI. That makes no sense, though. That's got to be in the settings of the software that is converting it. And it could be converting the color profile and everything else to an AVI when it's in there. Too hot for me. No, I'm trying to think it out. What I'm thinking is, yeah, it's taking it as an MPEG-4, but when he's editing it in the software, it's giving it an AVI profile, or it's converting it to the AVI color settings and all the other settings. Anyway, it's an MPEG-4. It's in there. While it's editing, it's turning it into an AVI or looking at it as if it was an AVI. Yeah, I use Vegas, and it's changing the the profile of the video to an AVI setting, which might enhance the reds or change the color profile and everything. When you put it in there, does it take time for it to convert to an AVI, or do you put it in there and you're just ready to go as an MPEG-4? Because if you put it in there and all of a sudden at the top or something it says converting, and it's changing the file format and everything to AVI before you start editing, because it shouldn't do that. Yeah, it takes time. It's something in your settings of the project, because you have project settings in your software. You will have project settings, and in there somewhere there will be a setting that says keep project settings same as format. All right, Benny. I'm going to figure this out with Tanner before this is done. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's just it. You need to set the project settings. I think that's where your issue is. It's in the project settings. Is you're bringing it as an MPEG-4, but the project settings for the software uh, are for it to be are set for AVI settings. So you're pulling an MPEG-4 and it's automatically converting it to an AVI in your software for the editing because it's set to converting the project that you're working on into an AVI. So it's having an issue with going from the MPEG-4 to the AVI in your settings. And I'm pretty sure you can set it to project settings same as format, or same as video format, or same as the video coming in. And I think that's where you're having your issue. If you're setting that like I just did, I brought that in, boom, straight MPEG-4. If I brought that in and all of a sudden it showed a little thing at the top and it said converting, and I had to wait for a while, and all of a sudden it went to me being able to keep it in there, so I could start editing. It's switching the format to the AVI format. So I think you have the settings in the project of each video editing set at an AVI setting. So it's converting everything to an AVI format. Whew. Thank you. It's been a long time since I've tried to figure this stuff out. Yeah, I think you might. I think it's called. It's something. You have a. It's in project settings. I think it's something like set to same as media or something like that. So when you bring in an MPEG-4, it'll keep it as an MPEG-4, it'll keep it as an AVI, or it'll keep it as a WEMA, or it'll keep it as an MPEG-2, or whatever you set into it, if it's set as keep as media. So, yeah, you're wasting a lot of time because you're bringing all those files in and having it convert them and then have to edit it. But then what you're doing is you're taking it from an MPEG-4 to an AVI, but then you're rendering it or exporting it back out as an MPEG-4 again. So you're taking the MPEG-4, converting it to an AVI, and then converting it back to an MPEG-4. So you're yeah, I think if you kept it as project, you would find it, you'd put it in there, it wouldn't convert it, it would stay. You would export it as the same, and your whole process would speed up. It'll be really quick. And it'll probably keep the color format, and it won't oversaturate or anything else because it's not changing formats and then changing it back. That's the worst thing you want to do in editing is take it from one format to another and back to another. It's yeah. So I think you got to figure it out, Tanner. Somewhere in your settings of the GoPro app or the GoPro editing software. It's switching things back and forth, which is what you don't want to do. It's like taking something that's in 720 and then rendering it to 1080. It's going to look like crap because it's taking not as much information and trying to make it more information. Figure out Adobe. No, I said with Vegas, I just think, yeah. Yeah, if you have Adobe, I'm either Vegas Studio or Vegas Magic Studio, $100. That's one I'm using, or Pinnacle Studio 20. But I had the same issue the other day because I opened a new project and it wasn't from the projects I already had preset. It came up raw, totally new setting. And as a default, I brought in something that was 640 by 240. It was an older video that I had downloaded off YouTube, and it wasn't even DVD quality. And all of a sudden it showed up, and it was the first thing in the line. I looked at it, and the monitor was all squished, and I'm like, what? And then I brought in a regular MPEG usual video in after it, but when it went from that video to my 720 video that's normal, 16 by 9, the way I usually render, it put it into the 640 by 480 format. And I'm like, what the hell? Why is this not showing full screen? Why does it have the blocks on it? And because it was a new project and it had it set to keep original format. And since the first video I put in was a smaller format, it automatically converted all the rest of my video I put in after to that cheaper, smaller 640, 480 condensed format. So I definitely know where it's coming from right now. It's something in the settings of the software you're using. And I've never heard of, I don't think I know anybody that read the big channels or anything that actually edit on the GoPro editing software. They all usually use a third party higher end. Like I use Vegas or Adobe or Premiere or director studio. I mean, but I think if you get this all figured out, you won't have to deal with that time in between thing. You can just you'll be able to put them all in. You'll be ready to go. You'll cut time on that. You'll probably cut time on rendering. Yeah, everything will be a lot cleaner, a lot quicker, and I don't know. Maybe your final files might be a little bit smaller. But yeah, I'm figuring out what you're talking about now. You've educated me enough to understand what's going on with what you're doing now. It was that when you told me that AVI thing, that was totally throwing me. But I think it's for some reason a setting in the video editing software. I know I'm being repetitive, but get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go to a third party. If you have a desktop you can edit on or a laptop, go to Sony Vegas or the Adobe that you're opening now. Yeah, well, I said you might or might not, but yeah, you're wasting a lot of time with it, converting it, and it's like I said, it's changing. It's changing color profiles. It's changing editing profiles. I'm pretty sure that's what's giving you the oversaturated reds, is that conversion. The AVI doesn't know how to read the GoPro color. Yeah, but you don't you don't need to take the MPEG-4 and make it a big AVI and then take it back to MPEG-4. It's much easier, much quicker to keep it MPEG-4 and put it out as MPEG-4. It's messing. It's you think it looks better, but that's just a bad way. That's a bad way to edit. That's you don't ever want to pump something up. If you put an MPEG-4 and it's 1 gig, and then you convert it to an AVI and it's 3 gigs, and then you take it back down to an MPEG-4 that's 1 gig. Anytime you're taking it from 1 gig to 4 gig, it's losing information. And it's going to have some distortion, whether it's. Yeah, but it's you never want to go from smaller to bigger. That's like people used to. I used to do this for people. I used to do conversions. They would bring me a VHS tape, and they wanted me to put it on a DVD. And I would put it in as a VHS quality, which is what? I think it's 640 by 480. I'd render it as that, and then I would put it onto a DVD as a file, not like a DVD you can put in a DVD player, but as a file they can watch your computer and that. And they'd be like, "Oh, well, I watched it, but it still looks like VHS quality." I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry, I can't take your VHS quality and make it look like a DVD quality because it has a lot less information. And just to take that and pump it up to 720 by 480, you're going to have some, it's going to look even worse than if I just keep it at what you have so you can watch it on your computer because you don't own a VCR anymore." But they didn't understand that. They thought, "Oh, well, you can take VHS and make it look like 4K HD. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. There's not enough information to convert it to look like that. I can take it from your VHS, put it on a disc, and now it's on a disc you can play on your computer. You don't have to have a VCR, but the quality's going to be the same, and I'm going to do a lot to keep the quality the same. but I'm not going to be able to make it play bigger and bigger screen and look like a DVD quality when my input quality is less than that. Yeah, they were always confused by that. I'm like, "No, that's not the way it works. There's not enough information there. I can interpolate it and try to do stuff and use some filters, but there's no way it's gonna look like it's higher quality than it was originally filmed in. It just doesn't work that way. Adobe. How old's your computer, man? I just I just went in there and opened my Vegas. It opened pretty quick. I personally don't like Adobe. All right, Tito. No, I just yeah. Um, yeah. You said even Benny. I don't care about TikTok. Like 4 years. No, I said there's a. I've had 20 years of editing on computers, and 14 years before that editing VCR to VCR. And I know a bit about codecs. I know a lot about codecs and conversions and everything else, but you just need to, yeah, you just freaking Magic Studio at Best Buy for like $79. It's very simplistic. It's very easy. It's not set up professionally. The one I just showed you compared to Adobe and Pinnacle are more professionally set up. This one's it's very bare bones, but it's very powerful and has a lot of options. That's why a lot of professionals don't like using Vegas because they say it's too simplistic looking. Small plans. Three. What? I don't know what three means. Thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, get Vegas. Get Sony Vegas. It's so simple, so easy. You just slide it over. You don't have to have all this. I don't know. Even Pinnacle to me is like, it's confusing. The steps, the way you have to add transitions, you just can't slide it over and have the transition and just bring in whatever transition you have to do a certain thing, and then you have to slide this, and then I'm like, why? It looks cooler because it seems more complicated. And yeah, oh, I know how to use it. I'm smarter than you because I know how to use it because it's what. No, I'm a very smart person, but just give me the simple shit. It's a lot easier. Bingo bango, it's done. I think I can actually. I have an older version that I could send you, Tanner. I think I loaded it, but I never registered or anything. So you could actually have a. Any tips? Wow. Well, what are you fishing for? Kind, kind, yeah, that's kind of an overwhelming question. Um, are you just fishing for fun? Do you just want to catch fish? Bass, largemouth, uh, drop shot. Ned rig, something finesse, something small, something high percentage. Ned rigs will do that. Wacky Senko. Don't do active baits. Just, just go fish small stuff. Like I said, drop shots, neds, stuff like that. Something that'll catch a lot of fish, get you a lot of bites. You don't want to be out there throwing like 12-inch swim baits or something like that. That's at odds. Maybe get you one or two fish in a day. You want to go with small plastics, finesse the presentation, and yeah, I mean, drop shots have caught 10-pounders. Heads have caught 10. You just want something, yeah, you want something that's going to get you a lot of bites. Make it fun. It's always more fun to at least get bites and hits and catch fish than it is to, yeah. So I'd say finesse, small stuff. And yeah, or you could always do a drop shot with a live worm on it. That's a lot of fun. If you're not into having to fish artificials and that, you can go with some live night crawlers and just put them on a drop shot and suddenly just let them sit, throw it out, and just you don't even have to really work it. Just like slow roll on the bottom because it keeps it off, or less snags, that sort of stuff. That'd be my tip for just starting out. Especially if you never fished for them. All right. It's my suggestion, small plants. I don't know if you don't really know what you're doing. I don't know. I still say that. I mean, yeah, like top water, frog, all that other stuff. Everybody say, no, I just say go freaking simple and easy. Plastic worms caught more fish than any other bait in the freaking world. That or a jig. But jigs are a little more simple. Just stick to simple plastics. Watch some videos on how to fish a drop shot or how to fish a Ned. You'll probably have a lot more fun and catch a lot more fish that way than you would trying to throw active baits like crankbaits or spinner baits or all the other stuff that takes a little more of a learning curve, a little more how to fish them, the speed to fish them, all that. You can't really fish like a drop shot on net wrong. All right, Wasabi, did you email me? Email me. All right, you can look me up. If you look back, I have tons of tips and tricks and everything on fishing a Ned rig and fishing a drop shot and everything else. You can go to my website, centercoastbass.com, and down at the very bottom, I have a thing called, you can look up fishing shows, blogs, tips and tricks, biology bites. So I'm actually a wildlife biologist, but you can go in there and they're all consecutive in order. There's like 180 of them on there. I mean, you just go through and all the titles are in there, and you can see when like how to drop shot or how to net, or those are a little bit later on, but lots of information on there. But thanks so much for stumbling upon me, and I hope I hope I helped. That was just my best off the top random advice. All right, thank you. Thank you very much for finding me. Thank you very much for asking for my advice. I love to give it. I'm working on Tanner and his issues on his videos for a while now. Are you still here, Tanner? Are you still working on it? I said, dude, I'm pretty sure I can send you Vegas software right now. It's as old as mine. Mine 2017, but okay. No, if you want it, if you want software, I can send it to you. It's not the platinum, but it's basically the same exact software with just without all the extra hit film and extra added stuff. But it's pretty much the same full on software. I just put mine in. And you're using an older computer anyway, like I am. My computer is like 5 years old. But yeah, dude, if you want, I can send it to you. I don't think I don't think I ever registered it. I put it on there and kind of got to work, but I thought I needed an upgrade, but I kind of did because I wanted some more high tech filters. But you say you don't use filters anyway, so. Yeah, just email me, Tanner. Email me. I'm pretty sure it'll work. I'm pretty sure it said it is usable for up to 2 or 3 computers under the license. But it's not gonna hurt. I can send it to you for free. So you just send me an email and give me your email address, and I'll send you out that Vegas software. It's not on my computers. I've never used it, so I think it should be golden. But yeah, shoot me an email. Give me your mailing address, and I'll box that thing up and send it out to you. It's newer than your computer, so I think your computer will run it fine. And I think you'll like it. I have some tutorials about it that are on my membership stuff. But yeah, do it. Bass at centralcoastbass.com. Yeah, BASS at centralcoastbass.com. Shoot me an email. Give me your address, Tanner. I'll send it to you. Hopefully it works. And I think you won't have any problems putting your MPEG-4 in it and and shooting out more color balanced videos. But on that note, guys, I'm out. It's already been 3 hours. Yeah, it's already been 3 hours. Yeah. Um, I won't be live again. Well, I'll be live on Saturday. I don't know if I'm fishing on Saturday, but if I am fishing on Saturday, um, yeah. If I fish on Saturday, I go live late night after show Saturdays. Sunday, I'll be fishing somewhere. And then we'll be back to the Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday thing. New show coming up tomorrow. Already have it edited. Just got to do the thumbnail. Evidently, Wasabi wants to go somewhere, so hopefully, maybe I can film Friday and Saturday, doing some fishing shows. But thank you guys so much. I hope anything and everything I said tonight, other than the whole donut thing, was helpful for you as fishermen. And yeah, sorry, Tanner. I wasn't. I don't know, I wasn't ragging on you. I wasn't trying to say anything. I was just trying to help you with it. But shoot me that email. I'll give you that software, and maybe this will take care of that red issue. Um, I'm out. See you guys on Saturday.